So hello everybody, this is American Sequel Predictions. I'm back with a new video. Um, Yesterday when I did that Georgia video, my camera wasn't really working, but now I fixed it, so yeah. Today we are doing a video that, or I think an area, to be honest, that no one really talks about, like they don't really see it, but I'm gonna say it here. Uh, there's this belt I like to say is called the Ohio Blue Wall up on the east side, the far east side of Ohio. This, in my opinion, was basically the Ohio Blue Wall. Like all these counties were blue, basically, and Republicans, I think, had at least win like something like 2 counties. Well, sometimes I think just 1 county, but in my opinion, this was basically the Ohio Blue Wall, stretching from Monroe, Belmont, Jefferson County, Columbia County, Mahoning County, Trumbull, and Ashtabula County. And I have actually been to this area. I've been to 3 of these counties, actually, even though I'm from Pennsylvania. So the Ohio Blue Wall basically went Democrat during the Roosevelt's New Deal, which, by the way, I think it's kind of cringy. And New Deal, in my opinion, it was just bad. And I don't really like how Democrats are like, oh my gosh, New Deal's great. It wasn't really that great at all. Just caused more problems in the long run. But and it created like this other crap like Social Security and yeah, it doesn't really matter. I think yeah, but anyway, it's basically what made this whole bloc democratic. So, however, that would fade off eventually. But you can see even back in the 80s, like even when Michael Dukakis lost in a landslide with Bush getting 400 electoral votes nationally, Bush actually still did Dukakis still well in the blue in the Ohio Blue Wall, basically. Now, people refer to the Blue Wall as states like Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, New York, that area bordering Canada. But to be honest, this is basically Ohio's Blue Wall. This is what I call it. And it's like an actual wall. And this area was, and these counties were huge, or were big time coal areas. Actually, I found this just on Belmont County's Wikipedia page, and Belmont County is right here. And yeah, this area was a coal country. So yeah, from that onward, there were a lot of Union Democrats, and it would just make sense that these areas would vote Democrat. Actually, these areas were conservative, but I don't really think areas like Monroe County. I mean, some of these counties like Monroe, I still think also had some like Southern stuff. I mean, it was part of Appalachia, so it was going to be Democratic, but the more northern part was definitely more of a Union thing, and the Unions hit this area, so it made it ultra big time Democratic. But moving forward, as you can see, 1996 was the last time Democrats really won all the counties in the Blue Wall. Even Bill Clinton was one of a lot of these rural counties out here. Those still did well, of course, in the Cincinnati area. But again, he got trounced hard because the eastern area came out heavily for Bill Clinton. It was, as you can see, it's the last election was Columbia County voted Democrat. That basically was the beginning of the Blue Wall collapsing. But the Blue Wall of Ohio won't give up, even though now there was George Bush basically broke through the Blue Wall, but it wasn't really. But Columbia County, I think, was probably the first domino to fall, probably in the making the area red. 2004 came along. Yeah, it's the same stuff happened. Kerry won basically all the counties in the Blue Wall except for Columbia. 2008 came along, and yeah, I mean, you look here, Obama still did well in this region back in 2008, but then I think due to Obama was beginning to get more solar in 2012-ish, and these areas, part of Western Appalachian, they were traditionally Democrat, and they believed in that coal a lot. But that really changed. In 2012, they really went far to the left. Even as overall Ohio really didn't really actually trended left from 2008 to 2012. These 3 counties right here, Jefferson, Belmont, and Monroe all flipped red. It was quite surprising, especially since this area was heavy coal country. But in 2012, I think Obama just wasn't. Basically gave them the middle finger, and they clearly voted for Mitt Romney. And that actually, it was actually by somewhat of a big margin, actually. And yeah, and that they did not like Obama at all. And even though I don't think they really like Mitt Romney, but they were just like anyone but Obama at this point. 2016, this was basically when more counties would start to fall. 2016 came like Donald Trump with that his working class appeal was able to flip Ashtabula County and Trumbull County. This county hasn't voted Democrat and Republican since 1984, and Trumbull since 1972. Very huge, leaving only Mahoning County to be the last of the Ohio Blue Wall, and that county would finally tumble down in 2020 when Donald Trump won the county by 2 points, ending the Democratic Party grip on blue collar voters. Now there are a lot of other parts of Ohio that are blue collar like this, but to be honest, I think the Ohio blue wall now it's basically called the red wall, but you could basically say that the whole state's now the red wall. But it was originally called the blue wall, but it looks like that it deteriorated bit by bit, and it finally tumbled over in 2020, ending this far eastern part of Ohio's Democratic legacy now. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching American Steel Predictions.